Welcome to a team game between a lot of people. Like we have Archangel here that want me to look at the air. Let's see here. So Archangel is gonna start by making some Swifts. Making some Swift can be a good way to like control the skies and get an initial advantage in there. But it looks like the enemy team doesn't have any ears, so yes, they're still pretty good to scout with, so that's fine. So you can see here that, yeah, Archangel is scouting the enemy, and like if you look at the team list, Anarchid and Smoke Dragon and Birder are the hardest opposition. So yeah, there's not really much for the Swifts to do. They can't really do anything else. Is Archangel gonna go for what is Archangel gonna do next? Excess metal. After scouting enemy, Archangel chooses to go for Ravens. Like, yeah, Raven is arguably the best choice to go for if the enemy doesn't have any air. Like, you can bomb commanders and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. What else is Archangel's plan? Now Archangel's gonna start making some mixes. Archangel keep continuing to scout. Yeah, trying to abuse the range of Swifts. Like, technically Swifts have this much range with the lasers, the mini lasers. That's 700 range. That's a lot. The problem is that if you tell them to stop, it's hard to make them stop and at a specified position. They like to just overshoot, and then yeah, it's kind of hard to make them stop at the point you want them to. So yeah, you can try to abuse it, but it might backfire quite easily. Yeah, what else do we see here? We can see some advancement on the map. Like, yeah. Some pyros here, skirmishing, raiders mostly. A moderator. And here comes the bombers again. Is this gonna go for the moderator? Yeah. But it was shot from an altitude, like it was the attack command was given at the last second. Then it didn't have time to dive, and then it missed. That's the thing with Ravens, they like to dive after targets. And they like to dive for mobile targets so they can't dodge it. But if you give the attack command too late, they will miss because of that. Yeah. But Archangel still has free reign. It's, yeah, like an Archangel is starting to make some AA and some Vandals, like, yeah. But yeah, you can see here that, yeah, the bottom here doesn't have any defenses. Any air defenses. Yeah. Yeah, making an air pad is pretty good as well, because it takes quite a long time to rearm Ravens. You need an air pad, basically. Once you have a few of them, like 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you need it. Because you want them to refuel at all the same time, so you can go out and fight immediately. And drop the next bombs as quickly as possible. And you also want to send them in like groups, so you don't want to send them in one by one. That's just not good in general. Like, yeah, it's partially you can't just like, yeah, you can't kill like a single target. Yeah, it needs to do like each Raven does 800 damage. So yeah, there's not much that is worth bombing that has like 800 HP, so you need more bombers. You're just gonna go for the commander, I guess. You can see them diving in and trying to follow. And they hit pretty well, yeah. And loses like a few. What was it, like one Raven in the process? Yeah, that's pretty good. Because, yeah, ducks aren't so good at hitting Like the Stingers arguably the best AA here, so yeah, these units are pretty bad at shooting at Ravens. Yeah, so that's a nice way. And here you can see them all researching at once. And the repair on these like air pads is pretty slow. Like it only has 2.25 repair power. On the other hand, it has it per one. Like each unit is getting repaired by the same power basically. So it's still something. Here's a pretty good target. Like, yeah. That's a pretty good target. Like, boys, they're not good at air, and there was only one archer there. Archer's kind of good against air. So yeah, that's a good target to destroy with the bombers. Yeah. This is interesting in pocket. Having to face off against a grizzly. And here they come to finish off the last ones. Oh, it looks like they wasted one bomb unnecessarily on the boy, so yeah. This might live. Oh, here comes the last Ravens. Yeah, so yeah, when the enemy doesn't have like any mobile AA like this, and you have good target selection, like yeah, you can do a lot of damage with Womber without any losses. And at this point, like this is some AA. It will probably kill a bomber or two. Yeah. But it's still not like, yeah, it's a thing. If the number of bombers just keeps growing, it's hard to like counter them. And Archangel even choose to go for a Lico here. Lico is good against groups of units. Does anyone have line of radar on these units? I don't think so. Maybe. They're just in the basement here. It's a radar shadow here, I think. But here comes the Ravens. They're gonna go for factories, I guess. Yeah. That's nice. That's gonna cancel the production here. Now they spot these targets. Like if a surprise attack from the flank here against this could potentially do a lot of damage. On the other hand, the Lico is just gonna be finished in time. And here they go again, after what they're gonna kill. Yeah, these units. Archangel is just gonna land, I don't know why. Just to be nice to the opponent, I guess. Also, you might want to try to save this factory with your Lico. Will he manage to save the factory? No. And an almost done grizzly gets killed. What were you going for? Oh, you were going for the factory, yeah. That's pretty annoying for an Archid, like you destroy both his factories like twice. Yeah. And the first initial target, this is a pretty nice bunched up ball of shield bots. Let's hear. Yeah, you kill almost like 800 damage, 800 metal worth of units there. Pretty good, good one. Like if you have a shield ball, that's, yeah, like Licos are pretty good to get shield balls in general. If they have a lot of big shields, like Aspits, it's hard to get through. But otherwise they're good. Oh, nice. Pretty nice angle there to get the commander. You're really annoying Anarchy there, like you got his commander, all his comms, and yeah. He's having to rebuild his factories. And that's the thing you can do, like as an air player, target the best enemy player. Because yeah, then if you kill the forces of the best enemy player, they're not gonna be able to use their units, like, yeah. Decent hitter as well. And it looks like, yeah, now you have 2 Licos. And an Arkin feels like resigning at this point. And at this point, is it understandable? Yes, pretty understandable. They're getting pretty far behind. And also a pretty decent hit, and Lico, will it survive? Oh, it's getting chased by the... Alright, but the Swift AI is so stupid, it's like, oh, I'm gonna overshoot the enemy unit so I can't fire at it. Yeah. Swift AI needs like to slow down, they're pretty bad. So yeah, the Lico luckily survives for Archangel because of that, otherwise it would have been dead. Oh, it's almost dead again. But yeah. And now it's taking damage and it's gonna recharge, like repair really slowly. But the other bombers are coming in. What are they gonna aim for? The Grizzly, I guess? It's a pretty good target. Yeah, nice. That's a high priority target. Like finishing off Grizzlies is really good. Yeah. Oh, look at these brawlers, like the uncloaking some snipers. But man, snipers, if they're left unchecked, they're just gonna kill a lot of stuff. Also nice hit on these units, yeah. If you check the value kill here for Archangel, I guess it's gonna be pretty high. Yeah, it's really high. That's the thing, if you leave an air player unchecked on a big map like this, where the air player can go between different fronts, it's gonna be painful. Yeah, and you can see here that these Swifts have automatic boosting, or you can boost them. Then they're pretty good to, like, it's easy to keep them alive. Just go in and then boost out. So yeah, now Archangel has 3 Licos. So yeah, that's like pretty hard. Like to stop 3 Licos, it's kind of like you want to be on Artemis. Like if you build that's like the best AA in the game. Oof, that's a nasty hit. And it even survives again, just barely. That's almost kind of lucky, you would say. Like Archangel was flying over the Fallon, and there was some AA, like the AA was not spread enough. If you don't spread out an AA, it tends to like block itself, so it can't fire. That's a thing you have to watch out for. So yeah, don't bunch up your AA too much. And here comes the Ravens again. And they're gonna go for another target. Oh, the ultimatum gets it. Oh, the Sortali is gonna run into. Yeah, run into the ultimatum. Oof, what? It missed? Oh, boom. This is what an Artemis can do. That's why, like, 3 shots and they kill like 8 bombers. Yeah, it's pretty good. It has a huge range as well. So yeah, this basically creates an area where you can't go into with Licos and like bombers. Yeah, Artemis is really good at denying air in that sense. But they also cost like 2,400, so they're pretty expensive. And this one is built a bit too too far back. Like if you build it like here, that's a pretty good position. Here, yeah, those are better positions. There are some snipers walking into fleas. And another hit for the Lico. Yeah, at this point the enemy team is just completely lost. Pretty far behind. And here we can see 3 Licos. Is it gonna go into the range of the Artemis or will it stay out? They're gonna go into the range. Boom! Ow! 2 shots, 3 kills. That's pretty good. That's an Artemis, right? Like if you bunch up air units against Artemis. Yeah, that's what can happen. That was 6,000 metal deleted in a few seconds. Yeah. Ultimatums are making work, so yeah. Like if you're an air player, it's like, what do you do against an Artemis? Just avoid it. Like if you see it being built, you might be able to like bomb it before it gets any stockpile. The Artemis has to stockpile its missiles, so yeah. And that takes a while and also costs a bit of metal. Here comes 2 more Licos. And they fly into the AA. And yeah, they got the shot. Like, yeah, it's hard to go into the enemy base when they have AA like this. Yeah, and make cost. But yeah, Archangel already did the damage before, so yeah. This is just a cleanup phase. Why is this Lico just circling around? They should go back and rearm. It's so weird because it's like the AI sometimes they're like not refusing to go back and refuel, I think. Yeah, but it looks like the enemy team is gonna resign, and yeah. At this point they're really far behind. Yeah, they have half the value of the other team and a lot less income. So it's understandable to give up at this point. And they give up. Interesting. Why didn't Archangel get a award for most damage as an air player? Yeah, you can see our Archangel was doing a lot of work in the beginning of the game. And that Archangel is this line, and you can see, yeah. But you can also see, like, this is a point where Archangel sent in the 3 Licos and that died in 2 shots against the Artemis. Yikes. But yeah, that's the thing. If you're to be like in a position like this when you're just left free to roam the map, you can do pretty well with air and do a lot of damage with very few losses in that sense. So yeah, damage dealt, yeah. So yeah, well played Archangel. That shows pretty well how you should use air and how good Artemis can be. But at that point your team had already won. GG.